Good afternoon, students. So in the last class we have started with the chapter probability and we have solved a few NCERT exemplar problems. So in today's class we will continue with the next question. The given question it is, which one is not a requirement of a binomial distribution? So he has given the four options and we have to check which is not a requirement of a binomial distribution. The first option it is, there are two outcomes for each trial. There is a fixed number of trials. The outcomes must be dependent on each other. The probability of success must be the same for all the trials. So the requirement of a binomial distribution it is, the outcomes must be independent of each other. The outcomes must be independent. Hence, the answer is option C. Well, the next question it is, two cards are drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards with replacement. The probability that both cards are queens is, option A it is 1 by 13 into 1 by 13, option B it is 1 by 13 plus 1 by 13, option C it is 1 by 13 into 1 by 17, and then the last option 1 by 13 into 4 by 51. So we'll solve this. So total number of cards equal to 52. So total number of cards equal to 52, and then number of queens which is equals to 4. So now we'll go for the required probability. Therefore, required probability which is equals to, so out of 52 cards, see here the question, two cards are drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards with replacement. That means the probability of picking the queen is 4 divided by 52, and in the second row that probability is also 4 by 52 because we are replacing the card which is drawn in the first attempt. So now this is nothing but 1 by 13 into 1 by 13. So which is the answer now? It is option A. The next question it is 11th one. The probability that a person is not a swimmer is 0.3. The probability that out of 5 persons 4 are swimmers is, so here this is a binomial distribution with n equal to 5 and x equal to 4. So what is this 0.3 now? Person is not a swimmer, that means this is the value of Q. That means the probability of failure. What is the value of P now? So it is 1 minus 0.3, that is 0.7. So here, so by looking at the options, see here you have 5C1, this is straight away eliminated, and option D is also eliminated. We should have NCX, P raised to X, and then Q raised to N minus X. What is N here? 5. 5C4, that means the answer is there in the option A or option C. And then P raised to X, what is P here? This is Q, P will be 0.7 to the power 4, that means option A is the right answer. So see here N equal to 5 and then Q which is equals to 0.3. This is the probability of failure. Then P which is equals to 1 minus 0.3 which is equals to 0.7. So now I will go for P of X which is equals to X, NCX, P raised to X, Q raised to N minus X. So here small x value will be 4 which is equals to 5C4. P value it is 0.7 to the power 4. Q value it is 0.3. So 0.3 to the power n minus x, that is 5 minus 4 will be 1. Therefore, the answer is option A. Well, the next question it is, the probability distribution of a discrete random variable x is given below. So the first row it is x, second row it is p of x, 2, 3, 4, 5, then p of x is 5 by k, 7 by k, 9 by k, 11 by k. The value of k is, option A it is 8, option B it is 16, option C it is 32, option D it is 48. So we have to find the value of k here. So we know that sigma p of x, which is equals to 1. Sum of all the probabilities must be 1. That means 5 by k plus 7 by k plus 9 by k plus 11 divided by k, which is equals to 1. So in the left hand side, the denominator is same. That means add all the numerators. So 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11, which is equals to 1. So now 11 plus 9 it is 20, 20 plus 7 it is 27, plus 5 32. 32 divided by k, which is equals to 1. This implies k, which is equals to 32. So this is the required value of k. Hence the answer is option C. So the 13th question it is, if 8 coins are tossed together, then the probability of getting exactly 3 heads is. So this is a binomial distribution with n equal to 8, and then what is this 3 heads? It is x, small x value. And then what about p and q here? So it is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So n, which is equals to 8, small x value it is 3, then p is equals to 1 by 2, then q is also 1 by 2. So we know that p of x, which is equals to 3, ncx, that is 8c 3, then p raised to x, that is 1 by 2 to the power 3, into q raised to, that is also 1 by 2 to the power n minus x, that is 8 minus 3 will be 5. So here this can be written as 8c3 will be 8 factorial, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, so that is 5 factorial, into r factorial, that is 3 factorial. So this together can be written as 1 by 2 to the power 8. So now, so here 8 factorial can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. 5 factorial and 5 factorial get cancels. So it can be written as 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 3 factorial is nothing but 3 into 2 into 1. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 raised to 8, that is nothing but 256. So now 3 into 2 it is 6, these two get cancels, and then here 256 can be written as 16 into 16. See here 8 into 7 divided by 16 into 16. So 8 ones are 8 twos are, we get 7 divided by 16 into 2, it is 32. So which is the right answer now? It is the option B. Well, the next question it is 14th one. If 2 coins are tossed 5 times, then the probability of getting 5 heads and 5 tails is, option A 63 by 256, option B it is 1 divided by 1024, option C it is 2 divided by 205, then option D it is 9 by 64. Let us solve this. This is a binomial distribution. If 2 coins are tossed 5 times, so this is equivalent to tossing a single coin 10 times. That means the value of n it is 10, because you are tossing 2 coins 5 times. That is why I have taken n as 10. So p value will be 1 by 2 and q, which is equals to 1 by 2, and getting 5 heads and 5 tails is, that means small x is equals to 5. So now P of x which is equals to 5, which is equals to ncx, that is 10c5 p raised to x 1 by 2 to the power 5 into q raised to n minus x. N it is 10 minus 5 will be 5. So simplify this. 10c5 can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial, and in the denominator we get 5 factorial, both get cancels. Then you have one more 5 factorial, that is 5 into 4 3 2 1 into, so here we have 1 by 2 raised to 10. So let us simplify this now. 3 into 2 it is 6, so these two get cancels. Then 4 ones are 4 twos are, then 5 ones are 5 twos are. So simplify this. 2 into 2 it is 2 square into 9 into 7 it is 63, then into 1 by 2 raised to 10. So now take this to the denominator, it becomes 2 raised to minus 2. So 2 raised to minus 2 into 2 raised to 10 will be 2 raised to 8. So we have 63 in the numerator and 2 raised to 8, that is nothing but 256. So 256. So hence the answer is option A. So this is all about the 14th problem. Well, the next question it is 15th one. If A and B are two events such that P of A not equal to 0 and P of B not equal to 1, then P of A dash by B dash which is equals to, the first option it is 1 minus P of A by B, and then second option it is 1 minus P of A dash by B, then the option C it is 1 minus P of A union B whole divided by P of B dash, then the option D it is P of A dash whole divided by P of B dash. So we have to find P of A dash by B dash. So I have written the formula P of A dash intersection B dash divided by P of B dash. So the numerator can be written as P of A union P of A union B the whole dash, P of A union B the whole dash divided by P of B dash. So what is P of A union B the whole dash? It is nothing but 1 minus P of A union B then whole divided by P of B dash. So this is all about the 15th question. The 16th question it is, if X denotes the number of sixes in 4 consecutive throws of a die, then P of X equal to 4 is, the 4 options are 1 divided by 1296, then option B it is 4 by 6, option C it is 1, option D it is 1295 divided by 1296. So see here. So he says X denotes the number of sixes in 4 consecutive throws of a die. See here, probability of getting 6 in one throw is equals to 1 divided by 6. So this is the probability of success, that is the value of P. Then the value of Q, this implies Q which is equals to 1 minus 1 by 6, that is nothing but 5 by 6. So now therefore required probability the required probability is P of X equal to 4 which is equals to N. What is the value of N here? It is 4 in 4 consecutive throws, that is also 4 C, then 4C4 because the value of small x it is 4, then P raised to X, P it is 1 by 6, 1 by 6 to the power 4 into 5 by 6 to the power n minus x, that is 4 minus 4 will be 0. So here 4C4 value it is 1, and then 5 by 6 to the power 0, that is also 1. We have 1 by 6 to the power 4, this is nothing but 1 by 1296. Hence the answer is option A. So this is all about the 16th question.